Sawadika and good evening and welcome to Thai PBS World Tonight. I'm Nat Bunat.
I'm Frank Kanchi.
And we've been talking about when the next election will take place because Anutin has only 4 months in office. Initially, the House dissolution is expected at the end of January 2026, but it looks like it will come earlier than expected. How surprising is that?
Nat, I think, of course, according to so many political analysts, we understand there are so many policies, kind of like short-term incentive, like the one that we talk about, co-payment plus there. This is the way to bring up the momentum for Phumjai Thai Party too. But this is quite surprising for people there because we also see some repercussions from People's Party.
Exactly, and he actually said that he has the power to dissolve parliaments whenever he thinks it's appropriate, even before the agreed deadline. And Prime Minister Anutin insists that the power to dissolve the parliament rests with the Prime Minister. And this has followed speculations that the opposition may file a censure motion later this year. And given that Anutin's government only has 4 months in office, and not only that, it's a minority government, many people believe that this government may not survive such a debate because every censure debate, you will notice that most of the prime ministers would sail through the censure debate because they have the majority. So if there's a censure debate, it is very likely that Anutin may not pass it because of how many people that they have in the government.
So at the beginning, of course, Ned, after Pedongtan Chinawat, our former prime minister was deposed by the Constitutional Court. And right now we see that MOU as what we talk about. 4 months there for Phumjai Thai Party and for Anutin Chandragul as the prime minister. But this time, another political game there with People's Party. So of course, right now Anutin will think the way to dissolve the parliament straight ahead of People's Party.
Yeah, and it looks like Anutin might opt to dissolve parliament as early as December.
Wow.
So that's pretty unexpected. So we might hear news stories about House dissolutions possibly as like a Christmas present.
Yeah, Christmas present for Thailand and Thai people there too. And so it means that we move every timeline 1 month ahead. So we might see another election, national election, in March or even in February
because initially they said that the House dissolution would take place at the end of January, so the elections would take place in late March. But everything might be moved up by 1 month.
So it means that, of course, at this moment, Anutin Chandragul really wants to get the momentum from people. People's cheers there about the Kunlakung Plus program. And it means that, okay, Phumjai Thai might get the highest votes in the election. But is that true? Will we see that? We will see that very soon, Ned.
Yeah, and asked whether the People's Party would object this decision, Anutin said that he has tried to honor the agreement that they have signed when he took office. But if there are other factors that arise, they must work all together. And he also noted that the constitutional amendment process has already passed its first reading and a committee has already been set up. And earlier, Anutin did say that the parliament would be dissolved by the end of January 2026, paving the way for the elections around late March. This timeline aligns with the political agreement made with the People's Party when his government was formed in early September, which stipulated that the House dissolution must be within 4 months after the government's policy statement was delivered in Parliament.
So what does that mean, Ned? Actually, Anutin, as what you said, reported it there that, okay, Anutin already indicated that okay, we already passed the first reading for the constitutional amendment. A committee has been established, which follow the MOU between People's Party and Phumjai Thai Party there. But it's quite surprising for people to understand that, oh, so fast. If it's really December, we only have less than 2 months to go to see parliament dissolution there.
Well, if we interpret the situation, Frank, is that if there's a censure motion
Yeah.
by the People's Party or whichever opposition party it is very likely that the Phum Jai Thai government may not pass because
Yeah.
of how many people that they have as the ruling government. It's not like previous governments where they have like the majority,
Yeah.
despite how they've been scrutinized by the opposition.
Right, but this is the way how politics works at the end. We have to choose, give and take, and to see how many numbers we have in the parliament. And as what you say, censure debate, if that really passes, Anutin Charnvirakul will not become the prime minister anymore. We might see another chaotic period in Thailand's politics too. So it's very important period now.
Yeah, and it has always been this chaotic
Yeah.
during past governments to begin with.
Yeah.
But beyond politics is tackling scammers,
Yes.
because Anutin did announce that the transnational scam problem will be high on the national agenda. And one of their top strategies, Frank, is to cut internet connections and electricity supplies to all areas in two neighboring countries known to shelter online scam operations. So this is really high on the agenda following news stories about people being lured into scam farms, especially in Cambodia and previously in Myanmar as well. And what blew up recently is how many Koreans have been lured into Cambodia as well.
And this is why Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has to given the direction about what happens nearby Thailand too, because this links to Cambodia now.
Yeah.
It's already aroused a lot of criticism about South Korean lured to Cambodia to do online scam work there. And some of them, of course, unfortunately died. That's why I think Anutin right now has to given a very strong standpoint to see how to cooperate with Cambodia right now. Of course, we already have the conflicts in between, but online scams, this is international issue now. It's not just two country problem there.
Because the scam operations are pretty much everywhere now, not just in Cambodia, Myanmar, even Thailand. It's not just Southeast Asia anymore. And when we're talking about how people have fallen victim into these scam operation, whether as the person picking up the phone or being lured into working into these scam operations, this has gone beyond Southeast Asia. Some people in the United States have fallen victims as well.
Right. So it means that superpower coming in to this issue as bringing it up to the international stage now, as in, I think other international countries and our neighbors also trying to see what Thailand can do at this moment. And I think we should also talk about ASEAN summit too. This is pretty important occasion for Thailand as well, because as what we talk about right now, amidst the conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia, in ASEAN, as the chair is Malaysia, and of course United States President Donald Trump would also use this chance to amplify their stance and importance in Southeast Asia too. So, but we also get our official, from Thailand, official statement that Thailand will not sign the joint declaration outlining the relations between Thailand and Cambodia at the ASEAN summit in Malaysia from October 26th to 28th, which is to be possibly witnessed by US President Donald Trump if there is no concrete progress in the upcoming Joint Boundary Commission and General Border Committee meetings. Defense Minister General Nattabong Napanit said today that recent meetings of the GBC and JBC did not make any progress due to Cambodia's insincerity and lack of cooperation in resolving the border conflicts through peaceful means. He also revealed that Cambodia has ignored Thailand's proposal to come up with an action plan to implement the 4 preconditions for a peaceful solution. The preconditions include the withdrawal of heavy weapons from border areas, cooperation in demining operations, cooperation in the crackdown on transnational scam networks in Cambodia, and management of border areas encroached upon by Cambodians. So, Ned, I think we understand that many international communities, including the United States, Malaysia, they would really want to see the peace agreement between Thailand and Cambodia. But right now, our defense minister and authorities say that no, we have to use the bilateral mechanism first, and we will see the peace agreement signed by both countries. But can Thailand really resist the pressure from the international society? What do you think?
Looks like it's not going to be that easy because to resolve the conflicts between the two countries have always been very difficult despite bilateral meetings between the two countries. But there are a lot of issues that are yet to be resolved, whether it's border demarcation, demining operations, resolving the conflicts, and even scam operations. There are still a lot to tackle with at the moment, and it looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Right, and the defense minister also say that the upcoming GBC meeting in Malaysia is a follow-up to the previous meeting on September 10th, and because Foreign Minister Sihasa Phongketkiao is already in Kuala Lumpur for the four-party discussion on Thai-Cambodian conflicts, including Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, and the United States. The defense minister said it would be great if concrete progress is made at the upcoming GBC and JBC meetings. If not, he said it would be pointless to hold more meetings under the frameworks because it would be waste of taxpayers' money. So, Ned, we see very strong stance from our defense minister there. No matter, of course, the United States and Malaysia really want to drive the peace agreement between Thailand and Cambodia. And this is a pretty important agenda for ASEAN Summit too, because this Sunday we will see that summit taking place in Kuala Lumpur. Prime Minister of Malaysia, Anwar Ibrahim, the United States President Donald Trump might be there too. And of course, both sides' leaders, our Prime Minister Anutin and of course his counterpart of Cambodia will also attend. But this is the tricky point there for us to see if the peace agreement will also take place during the summit. Of course, we already see the strong point there, but as what Defense Minister said, GBC and JBC right now are the key mechanism for us.
Yes, because they believe that everything should be discussed bilaterally first instead of like with other countries involved. And even the foreign minister, Sihasa Phongketkiao, said that he is optimistic that there will be progress during these bilateral meetings, whether it's GBC or JBC talks, and that the peace deal, particularly the joint declaration outlining the relations between the two countries going forward, is expected to be signed at the ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah, so we will see very soon because, of course, we have one team there on the ground to cover the summit to see what happens during the summit and if Thailand and Cambodia will really sign that joint declaration witnessed by Donald Trump.
Exactly. And now let's turn to some good news. Winter is coming, but not really for Thailand. Because if it's in Thailand, we call it the cool season because we don't get any snow.
Yeah, but this is one of the part of reason that I love to, when I stay in Thailand, Ned, because just like 24, 25 Celsius degree there, sometimes we have to wear a long shirt.
Exactly. And Thailand will officially enter the cool season on October 23rd this year, which is this Thursday. And if you want to wear some light jackets during this time, maybe that would be a good opportunity because the cool wind, the cool breeze is actually coming really soon. And based on the information from the Meteorological Department, it announced that Thailand will officially enter the cool season this Thursday, which is about a week later than usual. The cold weather will first appear in the north and northeastern regions, gradually spreading to the central and eastern regions, while the south will continue to experience rain, with some areas receiving heavy to very heavy showers. The onset of winter in Thailand means that temperatures in the upper regions will drop to consistently cool levels, with prevailing winds shifting to the northeast or the east region and a marked reduction in rainfall. In the highlands and mountains of the north and upper northeast, temperatures could drop to 7 to 8 degrees Celsius on some days, and there might be frost as well on the mountains as well. And in Bangkok and surrounding areas, minimum temperatures are expected to be around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, in the southern region, especially along the Gulf of Thailand, rainfall will remain frequent with heavy showers possible from low-pressure systems and tropical cyclones, which may cause flash floods, thunderstorms, and strong winds. So, Frank, how exciting it is to experience the 18 degrees Celsius weather again.
Finally, one of those periods that I love the most in Thailand. And as you said, sometimes we might see the cool season in Thailand maybe just for like sometimes 4 weeks, sometimes for maybe over a month, but we have to appreciate this season, because sometimes in Thailand, we might face almost 40 Celsius degrees in Bangkok, but 18, what would you wear?
Whoa, that would be a tough challenge for me because I might be wearing some like a biker jacket or some like a thicker sweater. That is what you would normally wear when you go overseas. But then for Thailand, it's not that cold, but just like a thick jacket, that will do.
Yeah, me too. Like a thick jumper, and we can just wear that sometimes, can change our style too, because actually normally in Thailand, I think Thai people just wear T-shirts, like short sleeve shirts because it's too hot. But this season is a good season for us to show our styles.
Exactly. If you love dressing up, then the cool season would be the right timing. So you can dress up the way you want in Bangkok, because normally if you want to wear winter clothes, you have to go overseas to wear all of that. But still, you still cannot wear a fur coat here.
Yeah, but anyways, enjoy the cool weather there for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I do get jealous when people get to play with the snow.
Yeah, me too.
All right, and that's all for this edition of Thai PBS World Tonight. Join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Thai PBS World's Facebook and YouTube Live. You can also follow us on social media and our website, thaipbsworld.com, for all the latest stories and analyses about Thailand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ